What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Natsume Yuujinchou Season 6, this time with Episode 7. I really enjoyed the last couple episodes focusing on, again, I struggle to actually remember his role exactly, but Natori's, always called him Natsume, they're similar. Natori's mentor, big brother figure, seeing his relationship with his yokai that he was the master of, and unfortunately wasn't able to see them over time. Yeah, their contracts are still there, which really sucked, and it was just really quite emotional towards the end of the episode, and I really enjoyed that. Fits in with quite a lot of what we saw last season. But this episode, I remember seeing some of the yokai that look quite cute, so we've got quite a cutesy episode, so looking forward to it. Do let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Almost at the end now, which is crazy. I'm quite glad I've got some specials and a couple movies in between this season and next season. Nice little gap. It's always a little bit painful when one of your kind of favourite series is coming to the end, isn't it? I think it's one of those things where I'm not sure if it's like more annoying in the seasonal stuff, because you know there's another season coming a lot of the time, but you've got to wait years for it, so that's annoying. But at least when a series ends in full, you've got like a sense of kind of closure. This isn't ended in full, I don't think. I imagine there's source material left for season 8, but it does feel like that for me. With this, for some reason, feels like it's all going to end. Probably because again, I've got another 3 or 4 year wait till season 8, I imagine. Yeah, again, at least there's like a sense of closure when a show ends outright. When it ends, like, and you know you've got another season left, like I said, you're just kind of left waiting and wanting. It's a bit more sad though. Do it then. Airy boy. Busy tonight, aren't we? Ah, it's the night after. Ah, a little late. You're not here to eat me? Or my grandma, who's already dead? Gomochi. So yeah, I remember seeing this guy in the preview. I really like his voice actor. Honestly, this guy, this yokai looks like he could be the son of these two. A bit of an overreaction, I think. Sends a message though. Good point. Is someone taking the trees down? Looking back, I imagine it was quite it was actually quite political, but and it wasn't the most exciting. But I always used to really like the Pokemon Celebi movie about like the forest, and it had my favorite Pokemon, Tyranitar, as one of the main antagonists. It was a bit controlled, but yeah, I really liked it because they've always been two of my favorite Pokemon. A little bit away from the point of this series here, but yeah, it just takes me back a little bit. They're Celebi and Tyranitar, probably two of my favorite, if not my favorite Pokemon. Not sure. Yeah, I think those two specifically. I've got a soft spot for Garchomp as well, just because it's so overpowered. And in my first real kind of experience with Pokemon games, I then went back and played Red, not the original Red and Blue, but Fire Red, Leaf Green, Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald. I think I played Crystal. I think that was on my. I remember that specifically because I probably played about 20 minutes of it, but I remember my cousin, when I used to go around my grandma's, my cousin had that old Game Boy Color, and I used to always take a fascination in it, but I never played it. And then one day I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go in the drawer and play it. And I think I played Pokemon Crystal for like 20-30 minutes and probably messed up his save, but yeah, I must have been like 7 or something at the time, so really young. But yeah, I got quite a bit of nostalgia for that. I've since gone back and played Crystal and completed it and such. Yeah, this just kind of takes me back to that movie. Like I said, probably not the most exciting. Probably if I went back and watched it, it'd probably be one of the worst Pokemon movies. I have heard a lot of people don't like it, but I've got a huge sense of nostalgia for it because yeah, that one and the one with Latios and Latias are my favourites for sure. The first one, of course, to be honest, all of the kind of maybe first 5 or 6 are my absolute favourites. And then I think it started around Generation 4 where I just stopped watching the movies because I didn't end up liking them as much. Jesus. A lot of these guys. No, I think they're taking the right approach to this, to be honest. Rile her up a bit. Hmm. Like she even could. Yeah, Suicune as well, one of my favourite Pokemons in that movie. It just so happens that pretty much all my favourite Pokemon are in that one Pokemon Forever movie. I think it's Forever. She's just kept in a cage. Kinda looks familiar. Like a wind sylph or something. I don't know. Neither. Nakadakashi. Hmm. Take care myself. Shobu, I think she likes to call it. A little, yeah. Really? Refusing? Oh dear. Got to go in because past my bedtime. Past my, they got some really crazy, what they called? Curfews in Japan, I think. But yeah, honestly, these guys refuse, so they must be scared or something. Like, I know they find the terms pretty ridiculous, but yeah, why should you fight together? You're, it should be 1v1v1. I'm not sure we've ever actually seen how she takes down these yokai, so I'm quite interested to see what goes down here. Like I said, she usually just says "Shobu," then plays a yeah. Then there's a contest with them, which we don't usually see, and just ends up winning every time. Jaibu. Well, I don't know what I just said. Shobu Kaishi. You say these fast? Slow as fuck. To be honest with you, this just kind of reminds me of a side story in Yakuza Like a Dragon where I was protecting this fucking orange on a person on. There's a I can't remember if it was a persimmon or an orange, but yeah, literally, like these motherfuckers would just keep coming at this tree and like practice their punching or or, or practice their karate or whatever, trying to just trying. Like they weren't even actually trying, but they were just pissing me off because they were just I think the as long as the orange was on the tree, it meant good health towards this little girl that was going through she was at the hospital getting treatment, and as long as that tree that orange stayed on the tree, should be in good health. So get all these random ass yakuza motherfuckers, as you do in the yakuza games, all these random ass loonies, just practicing their stuff by the tree and trying to knock it down. It was an absolute nightmare. It happened like 10 times, but eventually there was a nice little ending to that side story. But yeah, this tree here really reminds me of that. Man, I absolutely love that game. Honestly, I think I've only played a couple, but I honestly think Like a Dragon might be my favorite Yakuza game. I really like the fighting system being kind of turn based and the side stories and the characters. Yeah, I really like that game a lot. And a lot of it kind of stand out to me like that side story. So yeah, seeing this kind of gives me PTSD. Don't no, don't knock down the orange. I mean, it was fair. She definitely tricked the system a bit, but it was fair. You've been humbled. And you know what? He took it pretty well. Took it pretty well. He's got the idea for the game this time. Which I think is fair. She got to decide this first game. Damn, it's a long game. Damn. Again, it's kind of only fair. I mean, he did make this unreasonably long. But she got to make the rules for the first one, so. Nah, this one actually kind of seems unfair, but. Wimpy bastards. He didn't say we couldn't have help. Yeah, I was thinking earlier, like, what happens if all the yokai, these little yokai, bundle up on those two in the cave? They've had a good chance of. Oh, look at those two. They might have had a decent chance of taking them down, but I didn't mention it because I didn't thought they probably couldn't. But yeah, I mean, all these guys helping out. She's definitely gonna win this. All these little guys. You know what? I really like the design of these two little guys. These two. I'm not sure what it is about it, especially this little blob in the middle here. I really like his design. It's just one of those things where it's like it's so simple and like maybe you could say anyone could come up with it, but there's just like something about this show with like the designs like that for the yokai. Sorry, my hay fever's not doing too good right now. There's just something about that that's just like the amount of personality emanating from these two. Maybe others might not see it like this, but again, the amount of personality that's emanating from these two little guys, and they haven't said a word. They probably won't say a word. Probably won't ever see him again. But I just feel like there's something like so that the author just puts in the designs and the artwork. I guess it just like breathes personality and persona and charisma. It's just yeah, I know what it is. Well, I really like those two. Happens with almost every yokai that we focus on. Like those two are just again just like random side, not even side characters, background characters. But like every main yokai that becomes like part of the story like this and such, like I said, they just got so much charisma and personality about them. It's just so impressive. Not just like their design, but their writing, how they characterize them, the part of the story they're in. Like just everything comes together and just makes you love them. Like right off the bat, something very few shows can actually do. But this one just like gets it right. Like sometimes when you meet new characters in a show or like episodic characters, you're like, oh, this again. Ugh, we've got more characters to get used to and so on. But with this show, it's just like you're very much you want them to meet more and see more of these guys because they're instantly lovable and interesting. You little motherfuckers better help us out. This does kind of remind me of like when we used to play with conkers as a kid. You used to open up the conker shells and maybe a little bit spiky. I have a bad experience with those. I think I've mentioned before. I used a big old stone to try and knock some down off a tree, and I accidentally hit some kid in the head, and he started bleeding badly. It wasn't too bad an injury, but he had a big old cut on his head, and I was like, oh shit. Maybe it was a very stupid thing to throw a giant stone like that to get some conkers down. Good job. It's like just like little interactions like that. Pour so much personality into them. So he said dawn, right? It is now dawn, and he's not even here, and he's not put any of these things down. So surely he just loses, right? God damn! All these guys, they all did help out, even the tiny ones. Damn! Oh, you got absolutely smoked. You would have my wife. I'm not just like totally the opposite way you should be feeling. How can you not feel comfortable in a place? Yeah, okay. There are people like that, aren't there? People that do thrive in situations where people probably like me that would flounder. I think it's kind of like a thing of it's a bit of both, isn't it? I think it's a thing of she doesn't want to get too close to them. Again, I probably could be wrong here, but I assume it's like my assumption is it's for the yokai in terms of she doesn't want the yokai to get too close to her because inevitably she'll be passing on very soon in regards to the lifespan of a yokai. Like it'll be like no time at all, and then she's gone. So she doesn't want to make them too sad or make them or get too close to them and have a great connection because that that will just kind of pain them in the end. Maybe it's for her as well. I think there is some kind of there is a part of that she doesn't want to kind of get hurt as well. Maybe thinking later in life, a little bit like we saw in the last arc, she might not be able to see them at some point, so she doesn't want to grow close just in case something like that happens as well. But as I said, I feel like my assumption is that it's more so the fact that she doesn't want to pain them. Probably wrong in saying that, but it's a nice way of looking at it. She does seem to always have like a really good connection and a nice time with them, so that's the only like thing I could imagine. She doesn't want to grow too comfortable with them. Now, I'm glad we got pretty much a full episode of her. I always appreciate more time with her. Oh, really? So you ended up winning. Ah. Damn, that's a shame she missed that. Took them a long time. Well, again, not in yokai years, but it took them a long time to get married. Even these two are here. This is cool. Oh, yokai wedding. Never seen anything like this. Looks like a jellyfish. All these old faces. As you should be. I feel proud as well. My grandmother achieved this. Beautiful. That was beautiful, wasn't it? Yeah, first yokai wedding. Crazy. Lovely vibes there. But yeah, really good episode. As I always say, I love seeing more Reiko. I love seeing the backstories and past of hers. It's always really powerful. And it's one of those things a little bit like Freya in a sense, where the past kind of influences the future and adds a lot to the kind of current storyline going on, even though that's already said and done. And as I said, just like the author of this is just a master at introducing characters. I said during the midsection, it's like a lot of the times the characters you introduce characters usually hit or miss, and then even if it is like hit, it does take you a bit of time to warm up to them or something like that. And this show is just like you're instantly just connected. Man, I love this song. Honestly, I think this ending song, I mean, you could say this about all the ending songs capturing the feeling of the season / show, but I feel like this ending song captures that scene at the end there with the wedding really well. But lovely vibes. A day that'll someday come. Okay, so we've got some kind of childhood love story here. Quite a handsome young man. Not sure who he reminds me of, but I mean, it's quite a standard character design to be fair, but it reminds me of someone. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. As I said, awesome episode today. Lovely vibes throughout. Love seeing more Reiko. Love seeing these cute yokai, all the designs, all of them coming back at the end after helping out. Just a really, really awesome story. One of my favourite episodes this season, I do think. Do let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next time with episode 8.